Hey everyone, ready to unlock the secrets to having those smooth, effortless conversations. We're going deep into Leil Lowndes' book, How to Talk to Anyone today.
Yeah, how to talk to anyone. We're going to break down those 92 little tricks she lays out, the
Mhm.
ones to really boost your communication skills so you can connect with, well, anyone.
Exactly, and we've all been there, right? Those awkward silences, the missed connections, that feeling you just can't quite click in a conversation. This deep dive is all about giving you the tools to navigate those tricky moments and become like a communication rock star.
Think of it like a decoder ring for any interaction.
I love that. A decoder ring. Okay, so Lowndes kicks things off with what she calls scramble therapy. And this one really hit home for me. It's about pushing past your comfort zones. And I think we can all relate to that feeling of suddenly being able to talk to anyone about scuba diving after just one dive.
Exactly. And she uses this great example of taking a single 3-hour scuba diving trip in Bermuda. She comes back with enough scuba lingo and knows enough insider questions to chat with divers anywhere.
So you're saying with just a little bit of knowledge, I could go to a database management convention and actually hold my own in a conversation.
Absolutely. And this goes way beyond just hobbies. Think about job speak. Like using industry jargon instantly signals you're in the know.
Right. It's like having a cheat sheet for conversations.
Exactly. So ask your friends for a few key opening questions in their field, and bam, suddenly you sound like an insider.
That makes so much sense. It's like those times you're at an event and everyone's talking about things you have no clue about.
Like what?
Oh, I remember this one time everyone was talking about things like chest twist jumps and ankle
What
jump,
were they into?
bungee jumping.
See, you never know. And that leads us to another key point. Understanding those hot button issues in different fields.
Yeah.
Every industry, every hobby, they all have those burning concerns that maybe the outside world doesn't really know about.
So, like, before I go to an art show, I should call my friend Sally, the art school grad, and get the inside scoop on what's going on in the art world.
Precisely. It's like knowing the right questions to ask at that scuba diving party. It shows you're genuinely interested in more than just making small talk.
Right, you connect with people where their passions are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. And, that brings us to a really interesting point about communication, this whole idea of similarity. You ever notice how you just kind of gravitate toward people who are like you in some way?
Oh, absolutely. It's like that saying, birds of a feather flock together, right?
Yeah,
We're drawn to people who share our values, our beliefs, even our hobbies.
exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a psychological reason for that. We feel more comfortable, more at ease with people who we see as similar to us, like a way of validating our own beliefs.
So how do we tap into that?
Well, Lowndes talks about this technique she calls mirroring, and it's all about subtly reflecting the other person's behavior. It creates a sense of like subconscious rapport.
Mirroring, like copying their body language. I mean, wouldn't that be kind of creepy if it's not done right?
It's a valid concern, for sure, but it's all about being subtle. You're not trying to mimic them exactly, just create that harmony. So let's say they lean forward, you might subtly lean forward too.
Oh, I see, I see. Like if they're sitting back with their legs crossed, you might mirror that posture.
Exactly.
Mhm.
She even talks about those finishing school ladies who, you know, gracefully lower themselves onto a sofa and delicately hold their teacups.
Right, right. And then there are those who, as Lowndes puts it, make a fanny dive onto the sofa.
And clutch their mugs with both hands.
Exactly. So it's like even though neither is right or wrong, by mirroring their style, you're kind of subtly saying, hey, we're alike.
Exactly.
And mirroring, it goes beyond just body language, though, right?
Absolutely.
Because she also talks about echoing words and phrases. Does that mean just repeating everything they say?
No, no, no. It's more about tuning into their language and using similar vocabulary. Like you'll notice horse people tend to talk about owning a horse,
Right.
while cat lovers talk about having a cat.
Oh, that's interesting.
And fish enthusiasts talk about keeping fish. It's subtle, but you're speaking their language.
Right. Like you understand them.
Exactly. And she takes it a step further with this technique she calls potent imaging. And it's about using those analogies and metaphors that resonate with their world. So like if you're talking to your boss and your boss is really into sailing, you might say, this strategy will help us stay afloat during these challenging times.
I see.
Or if they're a gardener, you might talk about planting the seeds for success.
So you're tailoring your language to their interests and experiences.
You got it.
It's like speaking their dialect.
Exactly. And then there's adapting to their primary sense. Like if someone's visual, you might say, I see what you mean. And if they're auditory, that sounds good.
Right, right. It's like you're speaking their language.
Exactly. Lowndes calls these anatomically correct empathizers.
Love it.
And they're so powerful because you're acknowledging their preferred way of experiencing the world.
It's like you're saying, I get you without actually saying it.
Exactly. And then there's the premature we.
Oh, tell me about that one. I want to hear about that one.
It's fascinating. It's about using we, us, our, even with someone you've just met. It creates this instant camaraderie.
Oh, I see. So instead of saying, do you think this project will be successful? I might say, do you think we'll be successful with this project?
Exactly. You're shifting it from you versus me to we're in this together.
Oh, I like that.
You're fostering that connection right off the bat.
I'm loving all these mirroring techniques. I can definitely see how they'd help build rapport and just make conversations flow better.
And remember, you're not being manipulative. You're just using the power of similarity to create a more harmonious, a more engaging interaction.
And that's the key, right? Being authentic in your approach.
Absolutely. You said it.
Okay, so we've talked about expanding your conversational range and using these mirroring techniques to build rapport. Now let's dive into the art of the compliment.
Oh, compliments. They can be so powerful.
But is there a right way and a wrong way? Are all compliments created equal?
That's a great question. In Lowndes, she makes a really clear distinction between flattery and genuine compliments.
Right, because flattery can feel insincere.
Exactly, even manipulative sometimes.
Yeah.
But a genuine compliment, it's specific, it's sincere, and it focuses on those qualities the other person really values.
So it's not just about saying nice things.
No, not at all.
It's about saying the right nice things in the right way.
Absolutely.
So how do we make our praise more powerful, less likely to backfire?
Well, one technique she talks about is grapevine glory. And it's basically sharing positive things you've heard about someone from others.
Oh, so like secondhand compliments.
Yeah. Like, let's say you heard from a colleague that your boss was really impressed with your presentation.
Instead of saying, hey, great job on the presentation, I might say, I heard John was really impressed with your presentation. He said you knocked it out of the park.
Exactly. It carries more weight because it's not coming directly from you.
Right. It's like a third-party endorsement.
You got it. It feels more genuine, less like you're trying to,
butter them up.
Yeah, exactly. She even tells this funny story about a pigeon, this pigeon named Stumpy Joe, who became a local legend for delivering these overheard compliments.
Wait, a pigeon delivering compliments? Okay, you got to tell me this story.
So Stumpy Joe, he'd hang out at this park where people would gather, overhear their conversations, and then fly off and deliver these compliments to the people they were talking about.
It's amazing.
He became like a local celebrity for spreading good vibes.
Yeah.
You know, it's a funny story, but it really illustrates the power of a well-delivered compliment, even from unexpected sources.
I love it. Okay, so we've got grapevine glory. What about implied magnificence? That sounds intriguing.
It is. It's about subtly complimenting someone by assuming they have these positive qualities. So let's say you're in a new city and you're asking for directions.
Okay.
Instead of asking about just any restaurant, you ask about fine dining. You're implying they have great taste.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's like, I know you're the kind of person who appreciates the finer things.
Yeah.
So instead of asking for the nearest burger joint, I should be asking about the hidden gem 5-star restaurants.
Precisely. And it could be anything. Asking for a book recommendation, you might ask for something thought-provoking or intellectually stimulating.
You're complimenting their intelligence.
Exactly. And then there's accidental adulation.
Which sounds like sneaky in a good way.
Yeah, it's about slipping praise into, like, the parenthetical part of your sentence. So you can say to a friend who just ran a marathon, wow, I'm exhausted just watching you. You must be in incredible shape.
Oh, that's so clever. You're not making a big deal about it, but you're still getting that compliment in.
Right. It's almost subliminal.
I love that. Okay, so we've got these, like, sneaky compliments down. What about the killer compliment? What makes a compliment truly unforgettable?
It's about finding that one quality they truly value and acknowledging it in a way that's really specific and memorable. It's not just saying you're a good writer. It's about finding that one thing that makes their writing special.
So instead of, you're a great writer, I might say, the way you capture emotions in your writing is amazing. I felt every word.
Exactly. It's about making it personal to them. That's what makes it a killer compliment.
I'm loving all these compliment techniques. It's about going beyond the surface level and making people feel really appreciated.
Right. Like you're making a real connection.
Exactly. It's not just about words. It's about building those genuine connections.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We've covered so much ground today. from expanding our conversational range to mastering the art of the compliment. It's amazing how these subtle shifts in how we communicate can have a huge impact on how we connect with others.
Absolutely. And remember, it's not about tricks or manipulation. It's about those genuine connections.
Exactly. And making others feel valued. It's about creating a space where everyone feels seen and heard. And, think about those people you admire for their communication skills. What makes them so compelling? And how can you, the listener, take what we've learned today and use it to become a master communicator yourself? Go out there and connect.